time to bring you Money Talk, brought to you by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Today we're going to be talking about mortgage refinancing. A couple of weeks ago, we talked to Harry Stewart, the NuMark Credit Union Vice President of Mortgage Lending, on buying a new home and what to do for first-time home buyers and repeat home buyers. Today, refining and taking advantage of that money you have in your home. Coming up at the end of the program, we give away a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. All you have to do is listen. We're going to give you the answer to a question. What question? I don't know yet. Harry's going to say something that's going to blow your mind, and I'll remember it. I'll bookmark it. I'll come back and ask you to repeat what he said, and you can walk out with a $25 Visa gift card. Hey, if you like today's show, and I know you will, you can listen to NuMark's panel of local professionals answer your questions about inspecting, purchasing, and closing on your first home. Expert speakers include a Vice President of Mortgage Loans, Harry Stewart, and a panel of home buying specialists. You'll have time to ask questions and get pre-approved if you're ready to go down that road. This is an event that shouldn't be missed if you're in the market for a home. Seminar is free and open to everyone. Seating is limited. For more information, call NuMark Credit Union at 815-729-3211 or visit newmarkcu.org for more information. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Harry Stewart. Hey there, Harry.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Not much. Thanks for coming on the program. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I always appreciate the opportunity. So
last time we talked about, first-time home buyers. We talked loans. We talked FHA. We talked about a lot of different things. Today, though, we're going to be talking about refinancing, and it's an interesting time for that right now. When interest rates were really, really low, a lot of people refied, cashing in at interest rates as low as, you tell me, what, 2.75, or did it go even lower?
No, it was lower. So there was a few 15 years that I did the ones, if you can believe that, the high ones.
That's free money, baby.
I know. Let's bring back those times.
Yeah, how about it? Business was popping then for sure. But what I've noticed talking to some friends of mine who are real estate agents is that we're kind of getting to the new normal where people realize that we're not going back down to the ones, twos, or threes, and that this is the new normal, and people are kind of accepting that and making, I guess, mental adjustments, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yep, absolutely. It's all relative. If you rewind like 20 years ago, when the rates hit 7%, we couldn't believe they're that low. They're never going to be that low again. Fast forward to 2024, the rates hit 7%. Everybody's like, well, that's high. Well, it's all relative to what you're used to. And this is probably around the new norm. I'd like it to be maybe another percent or 1.5% lower. That I think that would be a good happy medium. But they're kind of trending down like this year compared to last year. I'd say there's a difference of maybe 1.5% or 2%. Some of the rates we were quoting last year were in the 8s, and now you could get something like in the mid to upper 6s. So it makes it on like a 30-year fix. So it's a lot better than it was last year. So.
Harry, what are you seeing as far as home values in our area? Up, down, flat?
So that's kind of a function of the supply and the inventory, and the inventory is still kind of low in housing. So we're going to see those values to continue to move up. I don't think there's always people talking about a housing bubble. I don't think there's a housing bubble with the low inventory. If these rates continue to move lower, I think these home prices are going to start moving up. It's still not a guarantee. If you're looking for a home right now, it's still not a guarantee you're going to get into the home. There's multiple offers, and if whenever there's low supply and high demand, it moves prices higher. So I don't see anything changing with that.
Okay. Let's get into refi now. Some of the reasons people come to you. Harry, I need to refi, or I want to refi. Why?
So believe it or not, we actually see a lot of refinances, not as many as there were back when the rates were low, like we were talking about in the 2s and 3s. But I would say the main reason for refinancing is industry driven. When the rates move lower, they're looking for a rate or a combination of a rate and a term refinance. They'll lower their term to build equity faster, or try to get a lower rate just to drop that monthly payment. But what we're seeing now a lot is like a cash out refinance, where borrowers will look to access the equity in their home, pay off a bunch of the high interest rate credit cards, pay off different student loans. Really everything. We've seen everything. Home improvement. We've seen consolidation of everything. Consolidation of first and second mortgage. Some people are in adjustable rate mortgages, and they don't want to be in an arm that can move up or down, or maybe their arm's hitting, and they want to get into some like a fixed rate mortgage. Mm-hmm. And we see a ton of that. I'd say kind of a little niche we have. A lot of these home equity or second mortgage products will only go up to maybe 75 or 80% loan to value right now. And we have kind of a niche product that will go up to 90%. You'd think that rate for a cash out would be high, but it's not really that high. I'd say it'd be something in the upper sixes for a cash out refinance at 90%. So I would say that's pretty niche in the industry.
People, when I hear them talk, they said, you know what, I'd like to refi, but I'm only going to be in my house for another 2 years. So what is that line drawn on refinancing and how long you're going to stay in your home?
So my general rule with that is always, like, if you're looking just for a rate and term refinance, you want to lower your rate by, I would say, at least 1%, and you want to recover any type of closing costs or any expenses that you incur through the refinance with the 18-month period. Now, that's a general rule. Obviously, the higher loan amount, like maybe 0.5% on like a $600,000 mortgage, and would be worth it as far as like a rate and term. But there's a ton of other benefits to refinancing too, like we talked about, like the cash out or home improvements, or cash out to really do anything. It's more about like accessing your equity and the benefits. So if the benefits are going to outweigh you having to eat those closing costs by getting rid of your home in a year or two, I guess that's all like personal preference. You got to kind of weigh the pros versus the cons.
Gotcha. We're talking with Harry Stewart, NuMark Credit Union Vice President of Mortgage Lending, here on Slocum in the Morning. This is Money Talk. Let's talk about appraised value on my home. That will affect my ability to refi, will it not?
Yeah, it's probably one of the most important factors. So if I'm looking at loan lending, it's going to be based on credit, capacity, and collateral. And usually early on in the loan process, you're going to know somebody's credit most immediately, because we're going to pull that towards the beginning of an appointment. Capacity, that's just your ability to repay the debt, and that's calculated like in mortgage lingo with debt ratios, monthly gross income versus monthly expenses, and then they come up with a ratio. So we're going to know that stuff going in. Collateral, that third C, that third portion of that we're going to have a good idea because of tools like Zillow or Redfin, and you're going to see like estimated value. Like, I don't like to look at that estimate. It gives you a good guideline, but I don't like to just look at that. I'll look at just the different sales that have happened close to our subject property within that year, to get a good idea of what value is going to look like. But value is very important. I would say it gives you the more equity you have in your home, the greater flexibility that you're going to have with different mortgage products.
Yeah, and speaking of mortgage products, let's get there right now. This is what you do. You advise, but at the same time, you give people mortgage options. What kind of mortgage options are there out there today?
Well, if we're just talking refinance, we do have. I would say we've got that 90% niche product, but really refinancing is pretty easy. If something doesn't make sense, the nice thing about working at NuMark or really any credit union can do the same thing, where it's all pass-through service to our members. Everything's like our mission statement is to enrich the financial lives of our members. So that's the only thing that we're looking for. So if a refinance is not going to make sense, cash out, I'm going to let that member know. Everybody at NuMark's going to let them know, but it doesn't mean no, that we can't help them. We also have second mortgage products and equity loan products. So if you're in a just an example, if you're in a first rate or a first mortgage at 2% and that balance is kind of high, and you're just looking for $30,000 and you have the equity, maybe home equity loan will I don't know, maybe that'll help you out or put you in that better financial position than just refinancing and combining both those mortgages. Or the opposite of that, maybe you have a $40,000 mortgage at 6% and you're looking to consolidate a bunch of high interest rate credit cards. At that point, I'd look at doing a cash out refinance to consolidate those. So it's all on a case by case basis, but we're gonna look at those different options and help you choose the best one that fits your scenario.
Yeah, and that is the best way to determine which option is best, is talk to Harry, talk to a professional, someone who's been around good times and bad times and has seen everything and knows which way to point you. He's not going to try to sell you anything, but try to advise you and point you in the right direction. That's what it's all about. With Harry Stewart, he's the Vice President of Mortgage Lending at NuMark Credit Union. What about closing costs? Where are we at in terms of expecting to pay on a refi?
So on a refinance, it's not nearly as bad as a purchase, where it seems like with a new purchase, it seems like there's money going everywhere, money coming in and money leaving. But with a refinance, I would say total closing costs maybe about $1,800, but that's on a case by case basis too. Some people will want to pay points or maybe higher costs to bring that rate down. I like to explain it almost as a scale. One side being rate and the other side being closing costs. As the rate goes up, you should be looking to spend a lot less closing costs. And the same thing's opposite. If the closing costs start going up in the form of maybe less credit, maybe discount points, your rate's going to be lower. So you could kind of almost personally tailor whatever type of mortgage you want. But the nice thing about like our NuMark, we actually cover the cost of the appraisal for the members, and the cost of the appraisal is kind of going up. Yeah. And we're, like I mentioned earlier, it's all a pass-through service for our members. So we're not looking to make profit on doing loans for our member base. We're just looking to do a pass-through service and enrich their financial lives. So,
Harry, in your years of experience, what's the biggest mistake people make when it comes to their mortgage?
Just not maybe an existing mortgage, maybe just not reviewing it every now and then. And sometimes it's hard to stay in the loop, but if you're constantly checking, like maybe every 6 months, hey, see where the rates are, see what's available. I'd say that's probably the biggest mistake. Maybe missing the boat. Like if the rates, and I don't know too many people that missed the boat, but if the rates went down back a few years ago and then take advantage of refinancing, that would have been a number one mistake, because as we see the rates kind of shot back up, So, but I would say, not staying informed, I would say, is the biggest mistake.
You got it, Harry. Let's talk a little bit about, and I think you touched on it briefly, but a credit union, the advantages of working with someone like NuMark when it comes to refining the mortgage.
Yeah, like I said, everything's going to be a pass-through service for a member. We're not for profit, so we're not looking to make profit, whereas maybe some of the other bigger banks are looking like, hey, how much, like they have a bottom line that they have to hit, or they have a corporate objective that they have to hit. Like our only corporate objective is to serve our member base. So if there's a loan where we're gonna break even or not even make money on that, but it's the only way we can make it work for our member and get them into a house or get their loan to work, we're going to pull the trigger on that 100% of the time. So it's just offers greater flexibility and more legal underwriting standards than they would see from one of the larger lending institutions.
From start to finish, the timeline, how long does it take to refi your mortgage?
I would say case scenario, we could get them done in maybe 2 weeks. I would say the standard time is maybe 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how many moving parts there are for refinance and how quick everything comes back. But I would say on the fast side, maybe 2 weeks. I would say average maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. And last but not least, how do people get a hold of Harry Stewart?
The best way is you could call me directly. My direct line is 815-744-6767. Or you could, if you don't reach me, you could call the credit union. You could go to our website. That's www.NuMarkCU.org. Or you could just walk into one of our branches. Seems like we've got a branch almost everywhere, especially in the Joliet area. Joliet, we've got Crest Hill, New Lenox, Tinley Park. So it seems like we've got 13 branches, so we're kind of spread out now. So.
Got us all covered, baby.
Yeah.
You got it. Harry, as always, outstanding. Thank you for some really detailed information, but yet easy to understand. We appreciate your time. As always, Vice President of Mortgage Lending is Harry Stewart from NuMark Credit Union. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, brother. Have yourself a good day. There he goes, 815-744-6767. All right, what I want to do now, 815-254-7300 is the phone number. I have a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. So we're going to take the first caller that can answer this question. How low did interest rates go 2 or 3 years ago? At the very start of our conversation today, we talked about, I said, how low did they go? I said, I was able to get some in a certain range, but it went even lower than that. What? You don't have to be exact, but just give me the first part of the number. You don't need to give 10.5. I don't need the 10, the 0.5. I just need the first number. It's on the left of the decimal, not the right of the decimal. Does that make sense? 815-254-7300. Again, 815-254-7300. While we're lining up the calls, I want to remind you, if you like today's show, you can listen to NuMark's panel of local professionals answer your questions about all of the things we discussed: inspecting, purchasing, closing on your first home. Expert speakers include Mr. Stewart and a panel of home buying specialists. You'll have time to ask questions and even get pre-approved. This is an event that shouldn't be missed. The seminar is free and open to everyone. Seating is limited. For more information, call NuMark Credit Union at 815-729-3211 or visit NuMarkCU.org. That's NuMarkCU.org. Hi, good morning. You're on WJL Radio. Who am I speaking to?
Mike Orr.
Hello, Mike Orr. Where are you calling from today, Mike Orr?
Wilmington, Illinois.
Wilmington, Illinois. All right, Big Mike. What percentage to the left of the decimal did Harry say he actually wrote loans for?
I'm going to go with 2.
Oh, Michael, you are so close, but I'm looking for something else.
All right.
Thanks.
And I just wanted to say, I used NuMark just recently, and they are great. Super great.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Since you're a satisfied customer, give me another guess. Don't go higher, go lower.
1.
Yes, there you go, Michael. You are the winner, my brother. Congratulations. See, Mike, you threw that NuMark thing in there, and I got all soft on you. Congratulations, Mike. Hang on. I got to get some information from you. Michael's the winner on Money Talk.